What's up, guys? Austin and Jackson here with the Quack Shack podcast. We're headed down to Colorado City to do some thermal hog hunting with our boy over at Dirty Texas Outfitters. Super cool. Gonna shoot some hogs, hopefully do a podcast as well, and super excited to see what we got going this weekend.
Super excited about it.
Let's go shoot some shit.
That was a good one.
Shit that Let's go.
I'll play with your fool, yeah. I wanna play with your fool. I don't bite your poodle dog.
Welcome back to another episode of the Quack Shack podcast. We're on tour, Quack Shack tour presented by Mallard Bay.
Episode 2, baby.
Episode 2.
Dirty Texas Outfitters.
We are here in Colorado City, Texas, with our friend Sam at Dirty Texas Outfitters. What's going on, brother?
Oh, not much, man. This is the land of the dirtiness.
Land of the dirty.
Hey, let me tell you, it's been getting dirty out here.
Oh man, it has been.
If you could see the pile of hogs we got so far, man, absolutely incredible.
We stacked them up last night, and we really didn't even hit that many spots.
We didn't hit that many spots, man. I'll tell you what, the longest part of it is picking the hogs up.
Yeah. Man, some of those we picked up last night were hosses.
Dude, we picked up some hosses.
I thought for sure we were going to break the Can-Am.
Dude.
The bet on it, bro. It was.
I mean, we had some loads of hogs coming out of fields that only 3 hogs to fit in the back of the Can-Am. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah,
that's pretty impressive size hogs, man.
Yeah, I don't know if the rain or in the mud combined, but dude, they felt so much heavier last night than normal.
They were big boys. Yeah, I felt like I worked out this morning.
Yeah, no doubt. So let's dive into it, Dan. Let's see what you're about, and let's talk about Dirty Texas. So, where did Dirty Texas Outfitters start?
Dude, that's a great question. It started way back when, 2014, college. I was that, what I'd say probably that annoying, college kid that's trying to start up the outfit.
Yeah.
Wreck and roost and just pissing people
busting
off.
roost up, baby.
Yeah, man. That was back when you could knock on a door and
get permission to hunt somewhere.
Permission.
Yeah.
That's a thing of the past. But yeah, 2014, 2015, just I remember I had a buddy, I lived in Burnet at the time, and his mom made us this logo, bro, and it was like just I'll just send it to you. Dude, it was just like pixelated. It's like Dirty Texas Outfitters and like cursive. It's got a pheasant that's pixelated, like a deer.
Dude, so it was like what is it? What were those jeans you used to get at Buckle?
Buckle jeans?
No.
Rock Revivals?
Rock Revivals. It's like Rock Revivals of logos. Yeah. I can't think right now. So it is what it is.
So you and a buddy started it?
It was me and my cousin Blaine, actually.
Oh, your cousin Blaine.
Yeah, so he lives in the West Texas area. I was from Central Texas, but we moved up to Lubbock, and that's where I was going. And he had some connections, and I had some connections. All our families from that area, and we just, he had some goose decoys. I bought some goose decoys. We kind of, duck decoys.
Threw it together.
Yeah, man. I wasn't even hunting crane at that time. I didn't hunt crane for probably, like actually hunting cranes for another year or two.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just because we were in the goose area, and crane hunting wasn't as big of a thing.
Yeah.
Like crane hunting has come a long way in the past 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
It's gotten huge.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it was awesome. We started there and really just grew it. It started with, basically a few customers a year. I remember I was eating PB&Js just to have enough money to drive out to be able to hunt, bro.
For sure. You're like, please don't shoot my decoys because I can't buy any more. Please do not.
Yeah, those were back when, like, his dad, we used to run an outfitting service out of, like, the Knox City area.
Okay.
Like, 20, 30 years ago. Like, it's been a long time. So we had like the old OG like real geese silhouettes.
Dude. Yeah.
And they were like, the new ones are fixed a little bit, but like they would fall like, because it was one deal and like it went through one side and then it came back through another side.
It was a crooked little thing.
Yeah. So if like the wind hit them too hard, bro, they were flopping off. And
Good movement.
Yeah, but
that's awesome,
dude. It's been an adventure ever since there.
For sure.
It's been a great time.
So you and your cousin start this outfitter up, and y'all do everything you can to get this thing going. When did it really take off for you in your eyes?
Yeah, so that's a good question as well. So that started at 2015 time. I graduated from college in 2017, so I kind of ran it like that. 2017 is when we kind of, lack of a better word, stopped DTO more or less. Kind of, just kind of wasn't into it. He guides fishing trips in Alaska. Like his thing is fly fishing. That's what he does. He's ate up with that, and like no bad blood or anything. We just kind of like stopped. I started working for another outfit just to get a little more experience, a little more professionalism.
Yeah, of course.
So I did that for a couple years, and then probably 3 or 4 years ago is when we kind of hit it full force and started just running to the ground. Man, we found our niche, found our area. I had a really nice mentor, Brent Fowlks, RIP, with Premier Sandhills. He was my mentor growing up, and dude, that guy was a crane. He taught me everything I knew.
The crane Pumbaa.
Yeah, dude. I'm still on my phone. It's a picture of it's a big whooping crane with this dude like dancing, and every time he would call, that's what would show up.
That's awesome. That's awesome, man.
But yeah, we started about 3 or 4 years ago, running really hard and heavy, and it's been balls to the wall since.
So y'all obviously cover this part of West Texas. How far y'all spread out?
We go kind of all over. Just depends on the rain. We're super water driven because we're in a desert.
Yeah.
We'll go all the way.
You never would think that you could kill birds in a desert, but I tell you, they kill birds in the desert.
Man.
Yeah, man. We'll go all the way to Big Spring, Lamesa, O'Donnell sometimes. Like that way, we try to stay out of that area because there's every Tom, Dick, and Harry up there. Yeah. But we'll go.
You're not wrong.
We'll go to Abilene, Stanford. Yeah. Try to stay away from that area. Just kind of anywhere in between.
You got your niche area, and
for sure.
If you ever watched The Rookie, Big Spring, it's a desert.
Yeah.
Yep.
100%.
It's one of those things where people we have more and more quote unquote outfitters starting up like I was. More power to them. But
no doubt.
There's it's not like Lubbock or that Knox City, Haskell area, Rochester, because
we dealing with.
Well, we don't have the quantity of birds.
Yeah.
I mean, our roost might be holding 2,000 birds, and that makes 3 or 4 feeds. I'm not scared to put people, on 100 birds.
But you're killing them.
Yeah, we're killing them.
We don't 100%.
Yeah, people would be looking at that and be like, all right, well, there might be a feed there in a couple of weeks. But like, no, that 100 birds and that good hide,
we'll kill a 6, 7, 8 man.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking cranes. You're 3 a person a day, so you can get in there and you can
100%.
You can beat them up.
Yeah,
dude. Yeah. I mean, especially dude, late season, nobody kills them better than y'all do down here.
Oh yeah,
we pride ourselves in being pretty consistent. That's one thing. I started in Lubbock, and that's where I really cut my teeth, and it wasn't weird to be hunting 5,000 to 10,000 bird crane feeds. But if you're up there, you get humbled quick, because if you get off that flight line and everything, those birds just start shoof, 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 shoof.
Oh, dude, they'll get off of you so quick. I mean,
you just watch them pass.
I don't have a whole ton of experience crane hunting, but crane hunting in Lubbock and crane hunting everywhere else is completely different. You'll go to Lubbock, like you said, and you'll see 10, 15,000 cranes, and you're like, we're going to smash them in the morning. We're going to absolutely smash them. You'll kill 8, and you're like, dude, what the heck? Where'd they go? Then you'll come over here or somewhere, somewhere else, and there'll be 150 birds in the field. They'll be like, we're hunting this morning. Be like, what? And then we hunt it, and sure enough, we get our 9, 10 man limit. And we're like, so it's a completely different ball game, completely different experience, and I'm sure that was a transition for you to from up there to down here, figure out what it kind of was like.
Yeah, no, for sure. And don't get me wrong, it's not an everyday slam dunk. It's we get our teeth kicked in sometimes.
Well, that's part of hunting.
Yeah, it's hunting. It's not killing. And I try to let people know that we're gonna do everything we can to make sure you're on a quality hunt, that you're going to get what you paid for. Sometimes it just doesn't work out, but we're gonna we're gonna give it our best effort, and we're gonna really try to make that happen.
Yeah, no 100%, 100%. And I mean, from everything I know from people that have hunted with y'all and from social media, I mean, y'all stay on them pretty consistently.
Yeah, no doubt.
And that's saying something for sure.
We're what separates us, I'd say, from everybody else. Number one, we're pretty much a crane specific outfit. Yes, we do thermal hog hunt like we're doing now. We do a little bit of duck hunting, deer, turkey.
Don't give up on turkey. You've been smoking turkey lately.
Well, that's a different aspect.
Smoking turkey.
That's a different time of the year. But you know what I'm saying is
during waterfowl season, you're
it's 7 days a
specifically
week.
focused on
100%.
There's 5 full-time people, 3 part-time people dedicated solely to crane, and your rest of your outfits are going to be duck and goose as well.
That goes to show why you are so successful on the crane side.
For sure, dude. I mean,
because you're putting a dedication in, man. Like, people don't really realize how much work goes into it.
Oh, dude, 100%. So I'll tell you this. What's funny? I've been following you for a while. I've been following y'all for a while, a couple years now, and so I was late season this year. We were up in Lubbock. We were hunting cranes, and we, just like our situation I was saying today, we had seen thousands and thousands and thousands of them. We'd hunted them 2-3 days in a row. We had gotten just just skunked almost every day. We kill like one or two. And I was looking at his face or Instagram, and I just see y'all just smoking them, man. And I was like, dude, what in the heck? Like, there's not even as many birds, but they're absolutely smoking them, man. And that's just the truth of it. That's a story that me and my buddy Bryson, we talked about that. We're like, dude, they're absolutely smoking them south there. Like, let's just go down there.
I don't know if y'all can see this field very well behind us.
Beautiful wheat field, gold. And let me tell you what, if you want to book a hunt this season, this is the season to do it because the crops out here are booming.
Big time.
First year.
Good water.
First year. First year that they're letting crops head out for the wheat because like the irrigated wheat is, it's up to my dead gum nipples almost.
Yeah. You should see us trying to hog hunt. We're like looking for ears. We're like, okay, there's a hog.
But from the drought from where we didn't
and
get
it hasn't been like that in the past. And this is probably your first year going to be hunting in this good of
a lot of wheat
crop cover.
Yeah, well, this is the first year that insurance has allowed farmers to claim insurance on it and leave it standing. Most of the time they'd have to till it before they went and planted cotton. So that's what's gonna that's statewide, so that's going to be everybody, and we have a lot of really crappy weed out here that they're just going to go and no-till cotton through it, so it's going to be really exciting. And this field right here, this isn't irrigated, but the sides aren't irrigated, and you can see there's kind of a knoll up there on the hill where it's like some grass. Man, we took their lunch money I don't know how many times out of this field last year.
Dude, hey, is that this field right here behind us? They killed 700 cranes out of this year?
We killed almost half our cranes in this
that
field.
is impressive,
probably.
Man. That's absolutely crazy.
Undisclosed location. I know we told you the city. That's not actually where we're at all.
It's really not.
It's really not.
If there's one thing we can all relate on, we all like to listen to music. And there's only one way to truly do that. Turtle box. You can take it to the swamp, you can take it to the beach, you can take it to your friend's house. No matter where you're at, Turtle Box is always going to be there, loud, durable, waterproof. Go check them out, turtlebox.com, or check them out on Instagram. Get yourself a turtle.
I want them to put a pit in here real bad.
It's one of those places that consistent enough, you can put a pit in. That's what, and we've talked to hunters from Nebraska, from up north and stuff. They're like, why don't you hunt at a pit bronze? Why don't you hunt at a pit bronze? I'm like, dude, Texas
really
is different.
Don't do
Texas
that
is different, man. And
well, you was talking about Lubbock, man.
Yeah.
Unless you could set a pit blind, a mile off a roost
considered waterable.
Yeah. But man, it's so inconsistent. Like there's so much area there. It's so much, but it's also so little at the same time. Yeah. There could be rains could hit, west side of Lubbock and not get the east side of Lubbock.
All fill up.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's crazy, man. Because we're not in a big area here. Like where we hunt mainly, dude. We might get water on the west side or water on the north side, and they don't go to the east side.
Yeah.
But like last year, we had water early on the east side. It dried up, and then everything left that part of the world and went to the west. Back towards like
where they normally
Lamesa and everything. Yeah. So like it's always changing.
You're just chasing them, man.
Yeah.
You're just chasing them.
It's a grind.
Trying to make it dirty.
Yeah. Do it dirty.
Just doing it dirty.
You see the pants? They're real dirty.
Hey, last night we were doing it dirty.
Let me tell you what. I got here. We drove all the way out here, and I realized I forgot my hunting pants, and I ruined my brand new pair of jeans I just got last week, so I'm pretty upset about that. And what makes it even worse is I found my hunting pants today. So it's guys, this is Jackson with the Quack Shack podcast. Today we're going to talk to y'all about the high and dry Tortuga bag and the high and dry utility pole. You're not going to find a more durable and waterproof bag on the market. This thing's got 5 pockets, all kinds of compartments. It's so lightweight that you're not even going to notice it's on your back. Then we got the utility pole, which is one of my favorite things that's come out because we like to hunt marsh, we like to hunt swamp. We never know what we're hunting. Right here, you can go all the way up with this thing right here, and there's absolutely nothing better because you can hang your gun, you can hang your tote, you can hang your bag. If you're tired of getting your shells wet, put them right here. You're tired of getting your bag wet, put it right here. You're tired of getting your gun wet, put it right here. All kinds of things you can hang from this right here. Keep it completely dry when you're in a situation you don't have a tree or you don't have a stump, something you can keep your stuff dry on. Check them out at High and Dry on Instagram or highanddry.com. We did it dirty last night for sure. My pants are completely ruined, but 100% worth it, man. We killed well over 2,000 pounds of pork last night. I would say.
It was nuts.
I'm not looking forward to having to pull them out of the trailer.
Yeah,
dude.
Add tonight's load, dude.
And then
we're gonna need this dozer over here.
I know we're just gonna have to pull the Can-Am off and start winching them.
Yeah,
just one by one.
No doubt. So when you obviously we talked about you first starting it off and then really getting going, and obviously your main focus is crane, and y'all do a little bit of ducks and all kinds of different things. What is your favorite animal to harvest?
My favorite animal to hunt's probably a bobwhite quail.
A quail?
I'm a big guy, and it probably don't look
Yeah.
like I like to walk much, man. But I'm ate up with it. If it all said you could pick one thing, that was it.
Well,
it'd be.
I bet this year's gonna be pretty good quail because of the rain.
Imagine.
I hope so.
I know the population's been so decimated because of the drought.
It has been ever since 2015 and 2016. We were getting 35 covey rises a day on wild birds.
Yeah.
And man, now you're lucky to go all weekend and get maybe 6 or 7 cubbies. And that's with a
absolutely
team.
incredible.
That's with
crazy.
a lot of dogs too. It's I mean, I've got short hairs and stuff, and that's the hard part about
Booking those hunts.
Not even that, because I mean, like most our quail hunts, we pen raise. They're pen raised birds.
Yeah,
okay.
So we release them, and I let people know that beforehand, just because.
Yeah.
You're gonna walk all day and not see. You're not gonna see anything really if you put out wild birds, but. It's hard to. I need to, like, my dogs are getting older. I need to purchase setters and pointers and things like that. But it's like, man, it's really hard to purchase those. Birds make a bird dog, and if we don't have birds, we're talking $7, $8, $9, $10 a quail. That adds up really quick when you're not, doing it for customers. So it's just finding that equal balance.
Yeah, I understand. And I mean, good Lord willing, y'all keep getting this rain and the population rebounds.
Yeah.
Because I mean, even East Texas used to be great quail hunting. The pine trees, the plantations. In the 70s, 80s, our parents always talk about, we used to kill quail here all the time. Used to 30, 40 coveys a day, and
that
now
and snow geese.
you can't find a single quail in East Texas, and
Oh,
it
no.
started getting that way out here.
You're
And
hardly
I
ever
know
gonna
this
see
last year, year before that was all hard with the drought, and hopefully this year we keep getting this rain that we've been getting, because I know it's helpful for not everything.
Yeah, it is. And people are like, oh, well, it could be fire ants. Well, we don't have fire ants out here.
We have a ton of them.
It could be eye worms. We'll shoot a quail if we shoot wild quail every couple of them.
Or it could be the drought that's been going on.
The drought,
It's rained 1 inch in the last 4 years here until this year. So
yeah, it's the Rolling Plains Research Foundations in our general area. If y'all want to look at them, that's their thing. It's big A&M, people from Texas Tech all over come, like, they research there, and it's a big ranch. And I was looking at it this week, and they've got 3 or 4 nest hatches already. You good over there?
Dude, hey, look, dude, sometimes you just have Allsup's burrito, and hey, shout out Allsup's burritos, but sometimes it gives you a little bit of indigestion. But we're doing great.
I definitely pounded two.
Those are good.
Hey, dude, they're delicious. That was part of our segment, so that was what we had to do.
You
there.
have to, if you come to West Texas,
you come anywhere
you
west,
have to go to Allsup's.
Come anywhere west of Mineral Wells, Texas. There will be an Allsup's gas station. You have to stop and get yourself a bean and cheese or bean and meat burrito.
Yeah.
Dude, that's like the ultimate sponsor. If I could,
I'd slap it, dude.
I would wrap my trailer, just take off my logo, put Allsup's on it.
Dude, you'd have to, dude. You'd have to. I mean, I'm telling you right now, if I get an Allsup sponsor, because you got your gas, you got your everything you need, man.
Yeah.
You got your breakfast. Because how many times when you go hunting, where
Dude,
you
they
stop
have
in the morning?
I meet at Allsup's.
You meet at Allsup's every morning.
Every morning.
Wait, that's a whole nother rabbit hole I could go into.
Yeah, for sure.
They
for
make
sure.
everything.
Yeah.
But so what were you saying about the all the A&M?
Yeah, well, it's just it's a big research. No, you're good. It's a
You gotta
big.
do what you gotta do.
You got to sometimes.
It's a big research facility just up the road, and they put radio transmitters and things on the birds, and there was like 3 or 4 nests that hatched this last week, so it's looking good. But I mean, hell, this time of the year, you're quail hunting, you hear bob whites every time, and we're kind of on the cusp of blue quail country, which those. You'd have to hunt blue quail to know what a blue quail sounds like. They bark. They don't like it's. Like it's a different noise, and if you didn't know what you were hunting, you probably I didn't know what it was till I started hunting them. And, But yeah, hopefully with this rains, we'll get more and more. Those nests will hatch. People say that a good year sometimes there's 2 or 3 hatches. Well, that's usually not the truth.
Yeah.
Quail almost always are going to only have 1 nest. Occasionally they'll have 2.
Yeah.
Usually that first or second nest failed out, and that's why you might see them with little broods in September.
Yeah.
And we're I think, and from what I've researched, is a big deal is like what time of the year we get the rains. Hail kills quail really easy.
Oh yeah,
I imagine.
Oh yeah,
and we're in an area like there was softball size hail yesterday. In
yeah,
Big
dude, I was completely just trying to miss that. Like, I got held on when we were on the way, and I was like, I just got a brand new truck. I was like, dude, oh my gosh. And I started looking at the radar. We were about an hour west of Fort Worth. I started looking. I was like, Big Spring. And it was like 2.5 inch health. I was like, oh my God. I was like, dude, no way.
We
no
thought
way.
we were coming
I was like,
into it.
I'm stopping. We saw the storm coming. I was like, dude, no, we're going to Whataburger. Like,
Yeah, dude, yesterday when y'all were on your way, you're like, "Hey, we're gonna be a little later." I was like, "Thank God," because I'm out there I'm trying to shoot guns. Like, you shooting thermals. Like, it's not like you just set up a target and you go out there and shoot it.
No,
it's like gotta have a heat signature. So I got these hot hands, and I'm looking like a weirdo out in the middle of this field, like shaking the hot hands, and I'm putting them up to like.
He used his hot hands. Dude, that's so smart, dude.
That is a
That is
great
genius.
idea.
Because every time I've ever seen anybody, spot on a thermal, they use it at night and have to do something put something hot out there. Dude, that's smart.
Just get a.
Dude,
Dude, you're smarter than you give yourself to be. You know what?
I mean, I definitely put a target there just to see where I'm hitting, but for that, I just put that so I can have a reference. And they were out of the regular hand ones. My wife found ones that are like the size of my hand.
Oh,
you know,
sick. That's good. Hey, good target.
Well, I'm
for
like
the feet or something.
Let me tell you what. We missed so much last night. We needed them sighted into the side of your hands.
Hey, we did miss a ton. We missed a lot, but.
We killed a lot.
We had a lot of fun.
We had a great time.
Can you imagine, though?
What's up, guys? This is Jackson with the Quack Shack podcast. I just want to take a second to talk to y'all about Apex Ammunition's Tungsten Super Shot. Man, it's the best thing that we've ever encountered in the waterfowl industry as far as shotgun shells goes. No jams, no wounded birds, pretty much everything you could ask for in a shell. I mean, if you're looking at getting into waterfowl or you are a waterfowler, you have to have Apex in your bag.
Like, we got 28 hogs.
Yeah, with 3 people, dude, and on 2 fields really is all we even. Because I mean, honestly, we just had a good time last night. We just had a good time.
Dude, it was so much fun.
Yeah,
Drunk Jesus.
Drunk Jesus, shout out to him.
Shout out, Drunk Jesus.
I'm
upset that you're not here tonight. But it is what it is.
He's
I understand.
gotta watch it.
His wife.
He will.
Yeah, I mean, his wife made him come home. But if you do sometime in the future, anybody listening to this, see a segment that's called Drunk Jesus,
we will do one.
Understand it's not sacrilegious at all. We're great Christian men. It's just
you were calling him Street Jesus.
Yes, he's been calling him Street Jesus all day. Street Jesus is one of the funniest human beings I've ever met in my life. So.
I'm thinking of that UFC fighter, the dude from Miami.
From Miami, that's friends with Kimbo Slice.
Yeah.
Street Jesus is a great name.
Dude, no, it's a better name than Drunk Jesus. 100%. 100% better name than Drunk Jesus.
But based off that picture, 100% looked like Drunk Jesus.
Yes.
But where
so how I'm sorry. This might be a little longer podcast because I got to go to this. How did you meet Drunk Jesus?
Yeah.
So
we'll get back to business here in a minute, but this is going to be a good segment.
We're a completely unscripted podcast, so it is what. But
no, you're good. Yeah. One of my guides, Zane, who I think you met him. Were you at Ducks?
I was there, but I didn't see. I didn't. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you might. He was there with me. I don't know. He was in and out, always going around. Okay. But Zane, I'm not going to give away too many details.
Yeah.
But they used to do work together, and basically I met him, and he was like, dude, this guy. You'd love him. It's just like your personality fit. And we went quail hunting at the Greystone Castle here.
Oh, yeah. In Grayford?
Yeah. Zane's brother is one of the guides there. And after the end of the season, they let the guides go through and just kill all those
smoke
birds.
everything they got left over?
We killed like 170 quail.
God.
Dude, it was insane,
That's
bro.
awesome. That's awesome.
My dogs were like screwed up after that. Man,
your dogs are like, why is this not happening every time I go hunting?
Well, dude, one of my dogs, like her front right leg, she's limping for like a month and a half. Like she's just now getting over it because I ran him so hard that day, but it was a blast. But anyways, that's where I met him, was that day. I'd never met him in person, and I was like, man, we got to go do some hunting. And he was telling me, stories about his past. I was telling stories, and just kind of aligned. And I went back. I used to work for FedEx.
Yeah.
Not going to go down that road.
Yeah.
But I had to go. I lived in Lubbock. That's where I live now, and I'd have to go back once a month to Dallas to go to the office. Well, he lives in the Dallas area, and that's where he runs out of that general area where he runs thermal hunts.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, you want to come? I'm like, yeah, dude, I'll bring my stuff. So I brought my stuff, and I was not prepared for that. I was like, hey, I've got a wedding to be in also early the next day. or like, not early, it was not the reception, but the party beforehand, whatever that's called.
It's not a party, it's a final walkthrough, basically.
Yeah.
What is the name of that?
Dress rehearsal.
Yes.
Or rehearsal dinner. Dress
I
rehearsal.
just got married like 9 months ago, so I don't know why I can't remember that, but that's pretty bad, right? But
yeah, but so I'm like, hey, let's try to make it relatively an early night. We stop. It's like I fell asleep. We were stacking the hogs. Him and I. It was a real windy night. It was good. We probably shot about 15 or so hogs between the two of us. Like our shooting was on, and the wheat wasn't as tall, so we could see. Yeah. And
that's why we didn't shoot good last night.
Yeah. And dude, it was. I fell asleep about 2 a.m. And we didn't get, and like from where I had parked my truck was probably like 45 minutes. We didn't get back to my truck till like 4. And I was like, this isn't adding up. So like we must have done hunting after I fell asleep.
Well, no, you're talking about, I mean, even last night we hunted till 4:30, man. And you were talking about how, one time y'all stayed up, like you fell asleep for like 2 hours and then you woke up and y'all were still hunting. You're like, what is going on?
Yeah. Oh, but man, he's a great guy. He's a give a shirt off his back type of guy.
Yeah, no, he seemed like a dude. That's a good person to surround yourself with. For
Shout out to Street Jesus.
Shout out Street Jesus. Back to the good old topics here.
Yeah, so I had a question. Obviously, we're doing this tour through Mallard Bay, and obviously you're on Mallard Bay's website, and that's why we're here. So, we got to talk a little bit about that because we, and I'm sure you thought the same thing when we first found out about Mallard Bay. It's such a great idea, right? So Airbnb for outdoorsmen, for those people that don't know what Mallard Bay is, but it's such a cool concept. And honestly, like I told Logan, I said I don't know how it hasn't been thought of before now.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Man, that's one thing is like I even say this, like the hunting industry as far as technology, and like not like innovation on like products, but like the
technical side,
is like 10 years behind, man.
Yeah.
It's so far
crazy,
behind. Yeah. Because think about that. I mean, like we're not a crazy big outfitter, but we get reached out to by a decent amount of whatever you want to call
influencers.
Like just like booking agency, but not like Mallard Bay, and they're like, oh, well, we're going to take this % of the cut and blah blah blah, and like it's just like real direct, and there's no like personal feel. Like they're just like, I'm this guy and I do this and this is what it is, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm good. And Mallard Bay approached me, or no, actually it was Garrett with Bourbon Media a while back. He had met, or whoever was running the website or the social media, messaged me, and we got involved with them. And he's like, hey, back when he's like, hey, there's some things happening, like just gonna let you know, and like it'll come out. And basically, long story short, Mallard Bay acquired Bourbon Media, and man, it just kind of cooked from there. Mallard Bay has blown it out of the water. What I like is it's not a bunch of old guys sitting in an office. It's young guys,
or older.
It's people that understand millennials, tech. Like they understand how hunts are being driven now in our modern area. Social media, dude. It's
100%.
Like it's insane. And I shout out to Wyatt. Wyatt's my guy, dude.
Wyatt, you're the man.
Shout out Wyatt.
Yeah, plug Wyatt. Plug Caleb, dude. Caleb, if you're seeing this, my man, I'd give you a kiss if you were here. No homo.
No homo, but for real. No homo, but for real.
Dude, man, Caleb, like, it'll be like on the Saturdays when I'm like, sometime like in the off season, I'm like, hey, man, I need to change this to the website. I'll like text Caleb and I'll be like, hey, if you don't mind checking this out Monday or something when you get into the office, blah, blah, blah. If you don't mind just looking at this. And like, I'll get it. This would be like 9 o'clock at night, and he'll text me back at like 8 a.m. on Sunday. He's like, done. I'm like, what?
Let's go, Caleb.
Like, what? Stop. No, dude, like, take some time. Like, it was great getting to meet him last week or 2 weekends ago whenever we were at the Ducks deal. He's got a lovely wife, man. They got a good thing rocking. But man, it's some great people, and we have it fully integrated. The system works, and everybody that that we've booked through. That's all we book through now. But before, when they were just kind of helping us out, we were running our books through like our own stuff on the side, not fully integrated. It worked good, and that's when Wyatt and Peyton reached out, and we kind of went over some more stuff, and we upgraded the website and everything. They run our website as well, so like we're fully integrated.
It's legitimately like Airbnb for outfitters, man. I mean, you can go through all kinds of things, pick exactly where you want to be, exactly what you want to hunt.
Any species of animal, pretty much.
And here's the thing about Mallard Bay is they're only going to have good outfitters on their website.
They're all vetted.
They vet everybody.
Vetted and verified.
They vet everybody, that they have come on, and if you book something through Mallard Bay, you're booking something that's why he started it. That's why Logan started it all, was because, he went on a bad hunt and you realize, hey, dude, there's a space for this.
Yeah.
And so anybody that is on their website, that they're taking care of business, doing what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
They don't let the bad cookies stay. If somebody's a bad cookie, and
they're out.
I mean, it's a real small world, man.
Oh,
like,
we talk about that all the time.
Industry,
we talk about that all the time.
Like,
so
everybody knows everybody, or has heard something about
or
somebody.
knows somebody that knows somebody that knows you.
For sure.
So with Mallard Bay, it's crazy, like we just talked about, and everything for an outfitter, just from listening to your point of view and other people's point of view, and their goal with it, but their new product, Guide Tech, that is even more cool, because
that's gonna help so much.
I have never had an interest in being an outfitter, but if I was, that would be the only way to go.
Y'all work too hard for me.
That's people show up and think like, oh man, that's a lot of money to pay for that hunt. But like, dude, you don't
understand how much. You
don't understand the back.
You should have seen what we've been doing since to get this preps for you to get here.
Yeah, people. You should have seen the amount of people I paid to scout, to get decoys, to set up.
My weekly bill, like just like on guides, and we'll just say guides and fuels, probably like $6 to $7K.
That's not including your leases.
That's not my lease fee. That's just guides and fuel. Like it's a lot, and that varies. Yeah. But man, no, Guide Tech's awesome. It's like a CRM basically for outfitters, and I was kind of hesitant at first and stuff. I was like, because I'm real, like, I'm the money guy in my family. Like, I want to see where every cent goes. I don't like other people. Yeah, they don't have my money, but they run, like my money runs to their processing. Yeah,
almost your accountant in a way.
Yeah, they are. But dude, it's I fought it, and then I'm like, you know what? This is actually I'm gonna try it, and I've loved it ever since. Because like, the customers go online through Guide Tech, through my website. You can go through Mallard Bay, but it's right through my website. Click book to hunt. They go there. They fill out, hey, I want to come these days or this day for this many people. They click go. It automates it all. It goes into a calendar. It gives me live updates,
so you're not
like
losing,
an email.
Yeah,
dude. It's just all in one central place. Like I'm a weirdo. Maybe not a weirdo. I still have QuickBooks. I have like a secondary book, like form, just for my personal deal, so I can make sure my accounting's good.
100%.
And for taxes. Yeah. But man,
taxes.
they're upgrading. I'm not gonna say it's happening, but there's talks about that being an integration with QuickBooks here in the future. Hope I'm not speaking out of turn, but that's gonna be a clutch if it is.
Yeah. So that's crazy. As far as like the guide side of it, and having the capability to use something like Guide Tech, I imagine it takes a lot off your plate.
It does. It
gives you a little bit more time to focus on your guides and your clients, and to maybe even get to enjoy the hunt.
For me, scheduling would be the hardest thing, because I would forget I had people coming in.
Oh, yeah.
And like that would help so much that I had an outside something, because then you can really focus. It gives you time to really focus instead of being at home in the afternoon trying to get all your stuff aligned, figure out who you have coming the next week, figure out all your money. You're able to get out and get scouting, get looking, picking up new land, doing all that stuff. It frees you up.
That's a great. You don't have to worry about the money. The money comes.
There's Dove.
Sorry, man.
The money automatically, it's set to come to you, so like you don't have to worry about that. It's going to come to you're going to get the way I have it set up is I get my deposit up front, and then right a little bit before the hunt I get the rest paid in full. So like I don't have to worry about that. It takes a lot off my plate, because we used to go through Time Tree, and Time Tree is great, but I mean it's just a calendar where you input stuff, and man, like when you're going through there and you've got like
listen, there's one thing that's really going to help protect your gear out in the swamp or the marsh or wherever you're at. If you spend a ton of money on duck calls or spend a ton of money on guns, there's one thing that's really going to help you. The lanyard's going to help you keep your duck calls from falling in the water. We've all seen that guy. We've all seen the call drop in the water. Don't be that guy. VPC lanyards can hook you up with multiple different varieties of lanyards, colors, you name it, as well as your strap for your gun. You can even get matching ones like I did. You don't have to, but there's one thing you need to do is go to VPC Lanyards on Instagram or Facebook and protect your gear with the best lanyards in the game. VPC Lanyards, go check them out.
3 groups, like or like say I've got one group of like 8 or 12, like a private group.
Yeah.
They've got all their information on one deal. Well, then say I have 2 6-mans that I'm joining together that they know that was the deal. Like, hey, you didn't have a full group, so we're gonna mix you with another group. Well, then that just gets jumbled up. There's stuff everywhere. It's confusing. This is all in one place. It's super easy to see.
That's so crazy.
If you want to, before I wouldn't take individual like people that like, oh, hey, I want to pay like myself and my guy, the other guy want like say 6 8 people want to pay like individually.
Yeah.
No, dude, that's a headache for me. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
But this, they can do that. It makes it easier for the end
For them
user.
to do it, and then you still get it in the end.
Yeah.
100%.
That's crazy, man. That it kind of makes me think of a podcast we did last season. We were talking. It was just with a guy from Texas that we kind of relate with. We're around the same age. We're all young and we're all big time public land hunters and we were talking about like all the technology that goes into the equipment that we get to use, like the guns and like the waders that we have now and all this other stuff. And you never really think about like on a day-to-day basis about technology in a gun or like clothing, right?
Well,
but when you actually think about technology, you're thinking about like computers and everything that they do in our phones, which is a computer, right? And now that like you got Mallard Bay doing the Mallard Bay stuff and Guide Tech, which is helping y'all, there's so much that really goes into
in the background that your
that people don't know,
Yeah.
And it's pretty cool to think about,
dude. And I mean, honestly, I don't see any way that you could, it's progress or fail.
Yeah, 100%.
It's just like everything else. It's progress or fail.
Yeah.
And I think that that's really the only way to go.
100%.
Man, people just don't understand. Like it's all
the behind the scenes stuff that you have to do, that guys have to do. You know?
Don't get me wrong. Like this, I do this because it's what I love to do. I hate a 9-to-5 job. Like
no more FedEx.
No more FedEx. this is full time, man.
If your packages are late, it's because my boy.
Go to UPS.
He quit.
Yeah. No, I let them fire me because
you're not supposed to say that, man. Come on.
I am. I turned off the phone. I said I'm done.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I let them know. But man, it's there's a lot that goes into it. People sometimes squawk at like, hey, like that's high or like that's price. Like, buddy, I have I'm here to offer a service, and I'm offering something that's, in my opinion, better than other people. I put mine as a premium service. We have more, expenses, more things that we have to pay for, so that's why our prices are a little elevated. Mm-hmm. But at the end, we have higher results typically, and that's why it's going to pay there. I mean, because dude, people don't realize that you're. Like this last year, I had to fire a couple guys. We were short-staffed, man. Like it wasn't weird for us to be up at 4 a.m., run a crane hunt, and then me to run a thermal hog hunt until 4 a.m., and then like basically go home and take a shower and then get in hook up to the trailer and go hunt again, and then maybe take a nap in the afternoon. But then that's like me as the owner. I've got to pay farmers. I've got to I got to make sure I got trailer tires that aren't flat because
Hey, I'm your guy. I mean, I know we're far
it's
away.
the tire guy right here, man.
But like
to get you the hookup.
there's a lot that I want to
FedEx them.
No, UPS. Shut up. We're gonna UPS. No, don't.
There's just a lot that goes into it, and and that's a thing. The older I get, is like, hey, take it. Like if you're upset about something, or you don't like, just take a deep breath and like try to put yourself in their shoes, because most of the time it's not necessarily their problem. Like, just take a deep breath. Relax a little bit.
It's not just wake up, take people hunting, say goodbye, go home, spend your day with your family, take a nap, do it all over again. There's so much. I mean, there's a lot of people that do realize that, You know, but like for those of y'all listening, if you've ever been with an outfitter or want to go with an outfitter, or thinking about it or whatever, man, there's a lot that goes into it. You know, there's so much.
Yeah, well, my guys this year for like right around Christmas when it got cold, I feel bad for them, but like they went without like running water for like a week and a half because it froze, dude. We just couldn't do anything.
Well, and that's another thing people don't think. We know we have listeners from all over the country that listen to this, and people are thinking, "Oh, dude, Texas, it's not going to be that cold." Dude, Texas, you get that blue, you get a blue, especially out here West Texas, you get a blue northern come in, dude. 15 degrees here, it's a whole lot colder than 15 degrees in South Dakota and North Dakota. I will promise you that.
Listen,
and these old houses, dude, they're not insulated.
No, and
they're not insulated.
It gets cold in Texas, believe me.
No, dude, that's what, you know, and especially out here in the plains, dude, you're getting those blue northerns come in, and it legitimately 19, 15 degrees out here feels like 3-4 degrees up north, and that's coming from somebody that's hunted in both places.
Yeah. It's humid,
it's because it feels like a coat.
Yeah, we're not as far west. It's not as dry here, dude. It's like it'll make your nipples cut through your shirt.
Still a little humid. Yeah. You go further west, like past Midland and stuff. That's when you really
past Big Spring, you're in the desert.
Yeah, when you're fully in the desert. Yeah,
man. Hey,
here we're on the edge of the desert. It was starting to become a desert, but you know, God provided us with rain, and now we got growing crops.
Let's go. Look at this beautiful field, man. This is awesome.
I mean, dude, look at all. I mean, if you're gluten free, probably don't want to come out here.
Sorry.
But
a glutton.
Yeah, glutton. Yeah,
glutton free.
Yeah.
Well, this is man. I'm glad we got to come down here, and we know we met like 2 weeks ago, I guess. But
no, I feel like we've known each other for a long time.
Yeah, man,
it's like I said, it's this real small world. We'll be lifelong buddies.
Oh, dude, for sure. Yeah. And like,
you have a hell of an outfit going down here, and I based off the thermal hog hunting, man. Then, you know, these guys know what they're doing. Last night, within 30 minutes, I was like, "Oh, we're about to."
We're smashing them. We're smashing them for sure. You never know. You know, and that's the good thing about Mallard Bay. Like I said, they only do good outfitters. You know, because I can't tell you how many times I've been on somewhere where like somebody's been like, "Hey, come with this outfitter, come hunt." I'm like, oh, "Okay, well, you know," and we don't do anything. I'm like, "Oh, I could have just done this at home." I mean, shit.
Yeah.
But you know, and last night I was like, we killed him. I was like, heck yeah, man! Like we're on them. We're on them, baby.
Yeah. I got a little testimonial real quick.
Oh, dude, no, we got plenty of time, dude. We got 40.
It was right around the end of the last weekend in April. It was a Saturday. I had 3 guys in. It was a granddad and he had 2 grandsons. They were like right about 10. And Wyatt calls me and he's like, "Dude, do you got a place for a hunter tomorrow or Monday?" And I was like, "Tomorrow?" Like, dude, it's like like I'm about to it's like 2:00 in the afternoon. Like, we're about to go head out the afternoon to turkey hunt. And he's like, this guy basically got the runaround from another outfitter in Texas, and he's in Maine area. He's from Maine. He's in Washington right now shooting his Miriam's turkey. He needs his Rio to finish.
He trying to do his Grand Slam?
World Slam.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So you got Oskaloosa and
that's
what's
insane.
one in Mexico?
He got the Goulds. Well, I say I thought he had was that was his last bird, but no, he literally just shot his oscillated turkey in the Yucatan yesterday. Which
wow,
that's what I was talking about.
That's awesome, dude. That's so cool.
It's got like little corn looking things on his head.
It looks exactly like you would think a bird from the Yucatan would look like. Dude, it's like turquoise and shit. Like, dude, it's so cool.
That's so
it's like
cool.
A peacock turkey.
Yeah, it really is.
It's
that's
cool.
a good way to put it.
It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool.
It really is. But long story short, Wyatt calls me and it's like, "Dude, let me talk to these guys. Let me call you back. Like I know it's going to be like kind of short notice, but let me call you after this hunt. Let me see how it goes. See if we get these birds because we had shot like 3 birds and we needed a couple more birds. So long story short, Zane, the guy that got me connected with Drunk Jesus, he was running.
Shout out Zane.
Yeah, shout out Zane. He was running one of the kids. Well, that kid ended up tagging out his 2 birds, and then we ended up shooting 2 birds for we only needed
turkeys.
Yeah, we only needed 2 more birds.
Yeah.
So the long story short is I was like, "Hey, would y'all be okay running together?" Because they had been running with me and Zane take this other guy, and they're like, "Yeah, man, that's all." And I told him the whole background story that you get the runaround. He's like, "Yeah." So those guys were very generous, some great customers, and
listen, guys, Hybrid Boat makes a super durable boat. Whether you're taking it out in the timber or down in the marsh, it doesn't matter. Hybrid Boat is built for you because they're custom made. Go check out Hybrid Boats on Instagram at Hybrid Boat Co. or on the website at hybridboatco.com. Get you a custom made boat. That's the only way to go.
So I call that guy up and I'm like, hey, yeah, like if you want, you can come tomorrow. And he's in DFW. Like he just got on a flight.
He's just hoping.
Dude, he has no idea. Like literally, he had flown there with the intentions of I'll find somebody to hunt with, and I need to hunt as soon as possible. Like
I like that,
to get
dude.
my world
Hey,
like
dedicated.
That's kind of how we roll
I
sometimes.
would love to. Yeah, you know that's
yeah. And his name's Thomas. Like, you can look him up on my Facebook. And but yeah, he comes down here the next day. I'm hunting the area. Just one side of town, and Zane's hunting west of town, an area that we hadn't hunted, but we'd known I had a feeder that was running there, and it was out of corn, but like I'd seen the cows had knocked my camera over, so it was just like I was like, I know there's turkeys there, but like
there somewhere.
I don't know like if they're patterning or like coming to that area. And man, dude, like it might have been like, it was like 6:30. It was early, like right when the birds flew off the roost, and I get a video of this bird coming to like 10 yards, beating up the decoy, and the dude just slocking it with his bow. It was his world slaying with a bow.
It
too,
was
which
slaying with
was-
a bow.
Yeah,
Golly, man.
yeah,
That's insane.
yeah.
How old's that dude?
He's probably
40,
45. Yeah,
Dude,
45,
that's insane,
46.
dude.
People think people think
Congrats
waterfowl
on that,
people.
dude.
People think waterfowl people are crazy about waterfowl. They
Oh,
are,
nah, bro.
But when it comes to turkey people that are really crazy about turkey, there's nothing.
I recently
nobody that's more addicted.
I recently figured that out.
Yeah, dude. I tried telling you last year, like, dude, turkey hunting.
Man, so
You know?
I never grew up turkey. I've never.
Because we
been
don't have
but-
turkeys.
Yeah.
They're recently just like out here.
Well, the
they're-
Easterns in y'all's part of the world.
They're recently introducing
There's
them
not very
again,
many,
and
yeah.
you know the 4 or 5 years ago they started letting you hunt them again in certain counties and stuff, and it's going good. The repopulation's going good, but it's kind of the same way you're with y'all's quail out here. You know,
Yeah.
you're 95% of the time you're not gonna see anything, and but this year I actually saw quite a bit of people around the house, you know, killing Easterns, and I was like, man, I might try to go out and poke one.
Yeah, that's a whole nother tangent about
Yeah.
social media and
Yeah.
hunting. No, we
Yeah.
can go down.
Yeah, well, man, I kind of know where they're hunting, you know.
Like Wyatt called me on that. Like, he's like, hey man, like he reached out to me on a whim because we had a good relationship, and he had just, you know, been trusting our outfitter. We've been growing and stuff. So Wyatt called me and trusted me with that guy's service, and we got it done within 45 minutes. That guy, you know, from the start of the hunt to the end, and that doesn't happen every time, but man, it worked out there. The cards aligned, and like,
well, that's awesome of you to step up and take that spot. You never,
You know, it's not something easy to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it shows. It was a Saturday. Like, it wasn't Friday. Like, Wyatt could have said, "Screw it, man. I'm gonna go hang out with my buddies." Go
they
grab a beer.
they care.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, dude. Like, it's any time of the day you need them. Like, they're there, and like
That is so
it's
true.
customer service, man. That's thing that's not non-existent in this world.
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
customer service.
100%.
Man, this has been it's been great, man. Thank you so much for allowing us to come down here and hunt with you. We absolutely murdered the pigs tonight. Round 2 tonight.
Round 2 tonight, and then crane season 2.
Yeah, hey, we'll be back.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that.
We'll be back,
We'll
baby.
talk about that, baby. You know.
So if you're not following Dirty Texas Outfitters on Instagram, Facebook,
You want to kill some
Website.
cranes?
Yeah.
hit them up.
go
baby.
hit them up. These are the guys to do it. They're located in. Well, he lives in Lubbock, but your outfit is out
our
of
base is out of Colorado City.
Colorado
Based out of
City,
Colorado
Texas. Just what 20, 30 minutes west of Sweetwater.
30 miles west of Sweetwater, right on I-20.
Okay.
Yeah, and I know most of y'all probably don't know where that is. So you're 2.5 hours west of Fort Worth and 2 hours east of Odessa.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is why we have Jackson on the podcast.
Check us out on
Check them out.
DirtyTexasOutfitters.com, and then Dirty Texas Outfitters Facebook and Instagram, and hit us up, and we'll make it happen for you.
Y'all remember, keep it dirty.
Keep it dirty.
Do it dirty.
All right,
Do
guys.
it dirty.
It's been the second episode of the tour.
Yeah.
It was amazing, man.
Yeah, man.
We're gonna be keeping
Thanks,
it dirty
guys.
tonight. We're gonna
Appreciate
keep
you, brother.
smoking the hogs. We're gonna have a great time, guys.
Hey, again, shout out to Hele Media. We got this man on. Hey, come here
We
real
finally
quick.
got a full camera
Come here
guy.
real quick.
Come in the camera.
Come here real
Come on.
quick.
Full-time cameraman
We gotta
now.
give him a shout out here.
We got Max.
Thank
we got
you.
Max
This
from
is our
Hele
boy.
Media.
This is our
And then we
boy
got
here.
Max and Luke. And Luke's his partner. And
Yeah.
you know,
Trooper right here. This
dude,
guy.
absolute units. They're both of them units.
We told him, we were like, Max, film this hunt in the dark and have go in with not knowing anything is going on. And Max was a trooper, bro.
He
It
did
was
it.
raining.
He did it,
and
man.
he did a heck of a
Dude,
job.
Go check him out.
Rain and Sean, baby. We're
Yeah.
good to go. We're good to go.
Go check him out on Instagram. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Quack Shack Tour presented by Mallard Bay. Check us out on YouTube at the Quack Shack Podcast. Hit the like and subscribe button. We really appreciate that. Check us out on Instagram at the Quack Shack Podcast, Facebook, the whole nine. Dirty Texas Outfitters. We love you, dog. Peace.